Good morning. Welcome to Preview Week. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to be doing hip openers this morning. This is a really fun, chill flow, so feel free to play with it as you'd like. If you'd like to change anything up or add in any other poses, use any props you feel comfortable with, and just have a good time with it. Okay, we're going to start seated at the top of our mat. Find a comfortable seat. If you'd like to sit on a blanket or a block, you can do that. And begin to find a tall spine, good posture. Roll your shoulders back, down away from your ears to feel the chest expand and lift. Close your eyes and begin to connect to your breath. Breathe in through the nose, and then begin to release the breath back out. Today we're going to flow for about 30 minutes. If you like to set intentions for your practice, you can do that here. And if you need an intention, you don't have one, or you can't think of something, my intention with teaching this class is to provide just some yoga for the community, for my people, and to launch the July 31-day challenge. This is really about putting yoga into every day and taking time for our practice, fitting it in during a busy schedule and when we feel like we don't have the time. So this is really just about prioritizing our practice and taking good care of ourselves and having fun on our mats. So that's my intention that I'm bringing to today. Continue to breathe here. Feel the inner thighs begin to relax. The hip joints begin to relax. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to blink the eyes open. We're going to practice a Baddha Konasana here at the top of our mat. So I'm facing the camera, but you can face the top of your mat. Soles of the feet together. You can also sit the way I'm sitting too, that's fine. Soles of the feet together and begin to release the knees down. If you need support, you can always place support underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Right away, you might feel some stretching in the hip flexor, in the inner thigh, and that's okay. We're going to take it slow. Come back to that tall posture. Come back to that breath moving in and out through your nose. And whenever you feel ready in your body, if you feel ready in your body, you can take a forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Now, if you don't want to fold forward, you can just bring your hands to your heart. You can do a couple of those stretching arms with breathing if you like. Exhale, begin to fold forward, push the hips back. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And from this fold, we're going to take some twists from side to side. If you'd like to, you can lift halfway up, or you can stay really low. As you exhale, walk the hands over to one side. Doesn't matter which side. Inhale, lengthen through your torso, lengthen through your neck. Exhale, think about dropping your chest towards the floor, towards a knee. Really targeting the stretch down the low spine on the opposite side into that inner thigh, that hip flexor. Ooh, feels good. One more breath here. Exhale, walk it back to the center. Inhale, halfway lift or stay low. Exhale, twist to the second side. Same thing. Release, relax the knees down evenly towards the floor. As you lengthen long away from your opposite hip, think about pressing your chest down towards the floor, towards your knee. One more breath here. Exhale, walk it back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, sit all the way up. We're going to stay here in the center. Keep one leg in. We'll start with the left leg in, and then the right leg is going to extend out to the side. So right away, we're going to try to relax the knees down into the floor, kick out through your right heel, and you can stay here or you can add some arms to this. Right elbow down onto the knee, or you can bring it onto the floor. Maybe a block is underneath you. Inhale, reach the left arm up. You can stay here. Just wiggle the fingers, circle the wrist, maybe pull the arm back, stretching through the shoulder. You can also internally rotate the arm, roll the shoulder down away from the ear as you stretch towards your right toes. Reaching for those toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit all the way up. Going to the other side. Right leg comes in. Left leg extends long. Release the knees down towards the floor. Kick out through your heel. You can stay seated tall, or you can relax the left elbow onto the thigh or onto the floor. Reach the right arm up into the ceiling. Big stretch. Remember, you can find some mobility here, some release through the wrist and the hand, or you can stretch all the way over. I think a cicada just ran into the wall behind me. There's a lot going on in the backyard today. Big stretch through the right side. Relax the head and the neck. Good. One more breath. Exhale, bring it all the way back up. All righty. Bring the legs together in front of, oh my God, that was huge. Okay, come onto your hips. Bring the legs together. Boat pose. We're gonna practice our boat pose here. Pull the knees in towards your chest, and as you're ready, lift one foot or both off the mat. Hands can stay behind the thighs, or they can help you balance on the floor, or they can lift up. Find your full extension, whatever that looks like. Lifting up through the head. Heart is moving towards your knees. And then exhale, slowly release. Okay, we're gonna do one more boat pose here. We're gonna practice opening and closing. So you can grab your toes with both sets of peace fingers, or you can grab the outsides of your feet or your ankles. And we're gonna come to balance one more time with our binds on our legs. Your legs can stay bent, or they can begin to straighten. Inhale to open the legs, stretch wide. Exhale to close the legs, with or without a bend in your legs. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Inhale to open, exhale to close. 3 more. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, close. Good, 1 more. Inhale, open wide, stretch through the legs. Exhale, close, and step the feet down. We're gonna move to a yogi squat, so step your feet about as wide as your mat. Push up into your squat, elbows into the knees. Drop the hips down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, press down through the feet, press down through the legs, stand all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sun salutation B. Big toes together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Inhale, lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step, or jump back to your plank pose. And chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend the knee. We're going to take some hip circles here. Inhale, pull the left knee into your chest, out to the side, point it up into the ceiling, and then down toward the floor. 2 more. Inhale, into the chest, out to the side, up to the ceiling, down to the floor. 1 more here. Inhale, out, up, down, and in. Reverse it 3 times. Up, out, down, and in. Up, out, down, and in. Up, out, down, and in. Step the left leg down. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat, lunge warrior. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink on the legs. Find your lunge. And breathe. Good. One more breath here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, warrior 2. Stretch the arms long in opposite directions. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Lift your heart and sink on your legs. Really get into the legs here. Notice all the muscles that are working to hold you up. Notice what it feels like to sit a little deeper in the warrior 2. Relax your shoulders here, your ears. Good, one more breath. Moving to our triangle pose. So exhale, lengthen that front leg wide. I'm going to step my back leg in just a little bit. And then we're going to extend the arms nice and long. Exhale, reach forward towards the top of your mat. Exhale, fold over that left leg. So I'm not locking this knee out. I'm giving some buoyancy. And then stretch up towards the ceiling, towards the sky with the right hand. Right hip is stacking behind the left hip. So it's like left hip, right hip, moving down the mat. Lift the chest. Lengthen through both sides of your torso, both sides of your rib cage. You're getting long over that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, lift it all the way back up one more time. Point the toes both to the right side of your mat, going into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come towards your blocks, towards the floor. And you can always adjust your stance. If you want to widen the legs on your mat, you can. And then keep the legs as straight as you can as you fold forward with a straight back. Now, if you are not getting enough distance down, you can, of course, bend your knees, at which point you're still keeping a straight back, but you can get lower. And then work on lengthening the legs as much as you can. In wide-legged forward fold, you can keep your hands on the floor, or you can reach for your ankles, or you can reach the arms underneath your body towards the left side of your mat, whatever you like here. Deep breaths. Press firmly down through the outsides of your feet. Feel the energy flowing through the legs. Let the head relax down towards the mat, releasing the neck muscles. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to point the left toes about 45 degrees out and then squat onto the left ankle. You can keep your right foot bound down to the floor at the back, or you can lift your toes up into the ceiling. Crouching tighter. Hands together in front of your heart. And drop the hips down. Good. One more breath. We're going to send the hips to the other side. Exhale. Walk your body over to the right side. Point the right toes out. Bind or lift the toes on the left side. Right elbow into right knee. Hands in front of your heart. One more breath here. Exhale, hands down, walk the body towards the top of the mat, straight into a kneeling lunge. So point the toes towards the front of your mat, walk the body forward, and rock your right knee down. uncurl the toes, low lunge. You can stay with your hands on the floor, or you can lift your arms up overhead. Lift your heart. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Good, one more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Moving to our kneeling revolve side angle. So we're going to keep the knee down. Right hand is going to stay on the floor, left hand up to the left leg. And you can lift your left arm up into the ceiling, or you can bring hands together and bind your right elbow over the left knee, twisting in prayer. Sink the hips forward. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands down towards the floor, moving to our pigeon pose. We're going to walk the foot over to the right side, drop onto that left hip, drop your right hip all the way down, and your left foot can stay really close to your right hip, or you can move the leg higher up the mat. Whatever works best for you here. I'm going to stay in a low pigeon. I'm feeling pretty tight. That's okay. Right leg is moving straight down the mat behind you. Look back, make sure your leg is as straight as you can get it. You can stay lifted through the torso. You can be sitting on a block or a bolster here or a blanket. You can also fold forward. Push the weight of your body onto both hips evenly. Release the breath. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. And out. In. And out. One more deep breath here. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Curl the right toes under. Exhale, step the left leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, sit the hips back. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Big toes together. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to your plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee. Inhale, pull the knee into the chest, out to the side, point it up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Into the chest, out to the side, up to the ceiling, down to the floor. One more time. In, out, up, and down. We're going to switch the direction. Go up with the knee, out to the side, in and down. Up, out, in and down. Up, out, in and down. Release the foot down towards the floor. Release the shoulders down your spine. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat, lunge warrior. Sink on the legs. Feel the hips stretch out, the distance between your heels, between your knees, stretching longer. Nice, tall spine. Engaged core. Pull that belly button in. One more breath. Exhale, warrior two. Drop your right heel down, or left heel down, sink on the right leg. Stretch the arms long and focus on the leg. Right knee stacks over your right ankle. The outside of your left foot is pressing down into your mat, stretching wide with a tall spine. Shoulder blades are moving down and towards one another. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the front leg. Shorten your stance, moving to triangle pose. Reach the arms long in opposite directions, shoulders back. Reach forward through the right arm. Exhale, fold over the right leg into triangle. Left arm is moving up into the ceiling. Chest is lifting and expanding. Both sides of the rib cage are getting long over the right foot or the right leg. Making space in that hip joint. One more deep breath. Exhale, stand all the way up. Okay, so I don't give you my booty. I'm going to turn around. Point the toes towards the left side of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Find your wide-legged forward fold. You can keep the hands on the floor and bend your knees if you need. Hands can go towards the ankles or they can walk underneath you on the mat. You can even do side-to-side stretches, pulling the body towards one leg and then the next. Or hands combined at the low back. Extend the arms up and over. And if you like inversions in your practice, you can always take a headstand here. Good, one more breath. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. We're gonna move to that crouching tiger on the right side. So point your right toes out to the side, 45 degrees. Exhale, sink on the hip. Left foot can stay bound down or the toes can pop up towards the sky. Hands together in front of your heart. Working on binding both of our heels down into the floor. So if your heels are up off the floor, I would encourage you to bring your hands to the floor, lift your hips a little higher until you can drop your heel down. One more breath, hands to the floor, walk it back towards the top. Left foot points out towards the side and right foot binds down. And actually, I think you just walked towards the back of your mat because I'm in reverse, so I apologize. Lift your chest, hands together in front of your heart. Good, one more breath here. And then exhale, walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Point the toes towards the top. Left knee down towards the floor into your kneeling lunge, your low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back, left knee down. Sink the hips towards the front of your mat, towards your ankle. And you can keep your arms down or you can reach them up overhead. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. One more deep breath here. And exhale, hands to the floor. Moving to our revolved side angle or twisting prayer. Left hand can stay on the floor. Right hand reaches up towards the knee. Keep your left shoulder really stable and reach the right arm up into the ceiling. Or you can bring your hands together in prayer and hook that left elbow over the right knee. Get your rib cage over the thigh, hands together in front of your heart. Sinking the hips lower. If you want to make this more of a strength pose, you can always curl the toes underneath you and lift your back knee up. Especially if you happen to do that on the first side out of your own choosing, then definitely match it. One more deep breath here, and exhale, release the hands back down to the floor. Deep inhale, exhale, pigeon pose. Walk the right foot over to the left side of your mat, sink onto the hips here. Take your time to even the hips out, get any prop you need to support you here. Inhale, lengthen through the torso. And exhale, you can stay lifted or you can fold forward. Deeply breathe here. In and out. One more inhale and full exhale. Inhale, bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, curl the left toes under. Press into the arms, step the right leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, Tadasana. And find your seat on your mat. We're going to move into a V-leg forward fold. So we're going to send the heels at least as wide as your mat. So I'm actually going to take this long ways on my mat. Find your widest lengthening of the legs. It does not have to be this wide. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Really active legs here, kick out through your heels. Begin to walk your hands forward. Straight back, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Nice straight back in the fold. If your back cannot stay straight, then close your legs. Shorten that opening. Continue to breathe. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, sit all the way up. And pull the legs together, move to your spine, moving into a bridge pose. Roll the shoulders underneath you. Tuck your tailbone, pull your belly in, heels in towards the hips. Hands down on the mat. And exhale, press the hips up into the ceiling, to the sky. We're just reversing all of the forward folding here. So this does not need to be like your deepest back bend or anything. Just pressing the hips forward, opening the fronts of the hip flexors. pull the knees together like you're squeezing a block. You can put a block there. Feel the glutes engage, the spine lengthen. Keep your neck relaxed, your jaw relaxed. One more deep breath here. And exhale, release the hips all the way down. Bring the soles of the feet together, still laying on your spine. Drop the knees out to the side, reclined Baddha Konasana. One last gentle stretch before we move to our corpse pose. If there's anything else you'd like to add to your practice here today, you can. Plow would go really nicely, shoulder stand if you want to add an inversion, pigeon legs, whatever you like. And begin to move to your corpse pose. So lengthen the legs long underneath you. Roll the shoulders underneath you one more time. Tuck the tailbone. Allow your spine to find its neutral position. Just let go of trying to control where it is and just allow it to sink down. Connect to your breath here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the breath out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. Rock your head from side to side. Find your fetal position on one side. Take your time here. And as you exhale, come up to your seat. Eyes closed. Hands on the knees, palms facing up. Take a moment to return to any intention you may have set. If you were listening to my intention, but you can't remember it, that's okay. We had the intention of finding time for our practice, finding time for our self-care, having a fun time on our mats, fitting the yoga into our everyday, and working on building that habit up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart, palms together. Thank yourself for this time that you spent honoring your intentions, honoring your practice, Thank you for joining me in this practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of preview week. I am really excited to be doing this. We are practicing the rest of this week, 6:15 a.m. Central, and of course you can always watch these videos again. They will be posted, and that website is coming to you, and the July 31 day challenge starts on July 1st. So tell your friends, tell your people, thank you so much, and have a great day.